I just realized this is the only X-Men related t-shirt that I have, so I'm guess we're going with this.
I've never felt power like this before.
Hey there guys, how are you? It's me, the Canadian Movie Buff, with a review of X-Men Apocalypse. So this time, the X-Men are trying to defeat this super mutant known as Apocalypse. Apocalypse is this ancient mutant, like it's the first mutant to ever exist in history. It transfers from body to body, gaining the powers of each mutant it encounters. What happens is, it's been buried, but now it's come back, and now it's recruited 4 mutants to be his Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So now it's up to Charles Xavier, Mystique, Quicksilver, Beast, Jean Grey, Scott Summers to take him down. So first off, I just want to say, I went into this movie with lower expectations than I did with Days of Future Past. There hasn't been an X-Men movie that hasn't quite won me over, but when I went to see X-Men Days of Future Past, that's what it did for me. So I went into this, I was thinking, okay, I'm on board now. I'm probably not going to like it as much as I did Days of Future Past, but I'm still looking forward to it. And I did, with low expectations, and I had a good time. But I feel like if my expectations were even just a little bit higher, I probably would have been disappointed. I did not watch the second trailer for the movie because I heard there were a lot of spoilers for it, so I walked in with quite a few surprises waiting for me. I'm not going to spoil any of them here. In fact, if you haven't seen the second trailer, don't. Just go see the movie. Don't bother watching any trailers if you want to be completely surprised. Although one major critique that I have about this movie is Oscar Isaac. Not a bad performer, he's just wasted as an actor here. He's probably playing one of the most powerful villains in comic book history. Seriously, absorbing the powers of other mutants, get him to go through enough bodies and pretty much he'll be literally unstoppable. And that's what Xavier and the gang are trying to stop him from doing. But unfortunately, he's got Magneto, Cyclops, Archangel, and Storm on his side. I was a little bit confused about why they were on his side, although I know that something really bad happens to Magneto that makes him so angry at the world that he decides, you know what, I'm going to join up with you. The other 3 aren't quite as explained much, so that's sort of another complaint I have there. It's still part of the prequel trilogy that started with X-Men First Class, and it's done a pretty good job of continuing on put there, introducing us to the X-Men that we already know and love, except for Rogue. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with this movie. There's some great action. There are a lot of funny lines in there. Of course, I have to give credit to Bryan Singer. The man does an incredible job making X-Men movies. One thing that was also a recurring thing in this prequel trilogy that a lot of people didn't like was the overuse of Jennifer Lawrence, who plays Mystique in the movies. And I have to be honest, she wasn't as much as a main character in this movie as the trailers and the posters have led up to be. I mean, to be honest, she is what she always is, one of the X-Men. And that's something that I'm glad they did. Like in the last movie, it seemed that she was becoming more of an important figure than the rest. Like the 2 powerheads were Magneto and Xavier. Now with the prequel trilogy, they sort of made Mystique into a 3rd powerhead, but you can put all those fears about that to rest because in this movie, she is just one of the X-Men. Also, props to the actors who play Jean Grey, Quicksilver, and the Cyclops, because for me, they stole the show. If you remember that scene from Days of Future Past where he runs around like pointing guns while there's slow music playing in the background, there's another scene like that. I won't spoil it in here, but it is just as cool, if not better, than the one in Days of Future Past. And also, we got Nightcrawler there, and that was a nice way to introduce him back into the X-Men universe. So X-Men Apocalypse, they gave us some new versions of our favorite heroes, but also a disappointing villain. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but this is sort of like an Age of Ultron situation. You have a great villain, you have a lot of potential there. The only difference I would say between Apocalypse and Ultron is that while Ultron had some lines and actually sounded menacing, it was actually a pretty cool character, Apocalypse is just there, and he's monitors, and he's like, we have to destroy them. We must eliminate the weak. It was really boring and it just didn't work for me. Don't let that stop you from seeing the movie though. Like I said, if you haven't seen the trailers, you'll have a fantastic time with this movie. I sure did. And I will say that X-Men Apocalypse is checking out at least once in theaters. Alright, that's my review of X-Men Apocalypse. What did you think about it? What's your favorite X-Men movie of the whole series so far? Let me know by commenting down below. And also, if you want to see more videos like this, just give that subscribe button a click. And also, if you want to see more videos, just click in the link down in the description below. This is the Canadian Movie Buff saying, I hope you have a fantastic weekend at the movies. See ya!